Are you having issues sewing multiple lines of stitches straight? Today I'm going to show you how to sew parallel lines easily using a wonderful presser foot, the parallel stitch foot. Let's chat about a few things that you can make with it. That's what we're looking for, right? This foot is intended to be used with decorative stitches, but you can use a zigzag stitch as well as a straight stitch. This foot is super fun because it allows you to use different stitches to create your own fabric design. After you create your fun fabric, you can start your project. In this example, I used a straight stitch and I actually just used the edge of the parallel stitch foot. You can use this foot to spice up garments. I saw a skirt that had all these great parallel lines of these really cool decorative stitches. It not only created a beautiful design, but it also had a really neat texture. Personally, I love making zipper pouches. They're easy and they're useful and they make great gifts. The parallel stitch foot is perfect to add a little extra special touch to your zipper pouches. Decorative towels, pin cushions, putting a beautiful edge on a pillowcase. The list goes on and on. I'm sure you have ideas rolling around in your head. If you do, please comment. I'd love to hear what you're thinking. Now I'll show you what the parallel stitch foot looks like, how to attach it, and how to use it. First things first, what does it look like? The markings can vary by manufacturer, but they generally have a red center mark. This mark indicates the center needle position. You can use this little mark to follow your guideline, which we'll talk about here in just a moment. A red vertical line on either side of the foot. It's going to be a ½ inch from the center needle position. Then after that, you've got another vertical line that's a ½ inch increment. Also, there's usually a horizontal line. This line helps you match up your starting point of each line. On the underside of the foot, there's a large groove. This allows for the dent stitches, those decorative stitches or satin stitches, to pass under the foot smoothly. Depending on the manufacturer, it may be a screw-on or a snap-on. The one that I'm using today is a low shank generic low shank parallel stitch foot. This will fit many low shank domestic machines. However, if you have any questions about compatibility, feel free to reach out to us and we're happy to help. Some are snap-on feet. That means that your machine has a shank or a presser foot holder that remains on your machine. But by pressing the little button on the back of the foot, the snap-on foot drops off. This allows you to remove that foot, place a new foot underneath, and then you can lower the shank down onto the bar of the foot and it'll click in. Makes it super easy to swap out presser feet. Now that you've seen some things that you can make with it and you know how to attach it, you're ready to go. Start with marking your first line. You can use a marking tool like an air erasable marker, that's my fave, or a tailor's chalk. At your machine, place your fabric underneath the parallel stitch foot. Line up that red center mark with your guideline. Select the stitch that you would like to use. I'm gonna go with this one. Using the red center mark, sew along your marked line. Little tip, when sewing, don't look at your needle. Make sure that you're looking at your guideline. Otherwise, it's gonna go all wonky. Once you reach the end, you can cut your thread and bring it back up to the starting point. Here's where that horizontal line comes in handy. Use the horizontal line to find your starting point. Now, depending on how far you want your stitches to be apart, you can use the vertical red lines as guides, or you can place the stitches between the red lines. And as I mentioned before, you can even use the edge of the foot as a guide. If you're new to our channel, my name is Trisha. I'm here with Sewing Parts Online, where we give fun tips, tricks, and sewing tutorials. I hope that this little tutorial has helped you and has inspired you. If you've gained anything from this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy sewing, everybody.